Man walks by dumpster, thinks he heard something inside. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to M&R TV and hit the bell so you never miss any upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. There's nothing cuter than seeing two puppies playing around, tails wagging all over the place. However, two pups didn't get to play around too much as they were not in the best shape or place. Just a few weeks ago, they were found in a trash dumpster behind a Texas grocery store. How did they get there? A San Antonio pet rescue organization has the answers, and they are heartbreaking. How did all of this begin? One morning, a man visited the organization and carried two stray puppies with him. He did not make the wisest choice that day. The San Antonio Pets Alive Medical Clinic, an organization, rescues dogs from high-kill shelters that are on the list for euthanasia. All their spots are occupied by only these dogs that are about to die just because there's no room for them. When a man walked into the clinic and asked the staff to take the two 3-month-old puppies he found on the street, the staff told them they didn't take in strays. They directed him to a different shelter. According to the clinic director, Kylie Brasher, the employees at the clinic told the man to go to a specific shelter. They watched as he left with the two dogs, but he did not get far from the building. 4 hours later, an employee at a meat market was about to throw something in the store's dumpster when he saw two puppies thrown away. The employee at the store went to the clinic and told them there were two puppies in the dumpster. It was just 4 hours after the man with two puppies went out their door. Brasher explained that the staff had no idea he was going to discard these puppies. He walked up carrying them like they were his own. As Brasher went with the staff to recover the puppies, they wondered what could have happened if nobody heard or saw them. When she opened the lid, those little dogs couldn't be happier. They immediately snuggled up to our kennel supervisor and were all tail wags when we offered them food and love, she said. The staff took the pups to the clinic and gave them baths because they were covered in fleas. We could tell that was a new experience for them. They much preferred the food. While handling the pups, the clinic workers saw how neglected the pups have been, considering how young they are. The assistant clinic director, Carolyn Hinojosa, stated that the staff was disturbed to find the pups in the garbage. 1, it's illegal. 2, it's inhumane. If you didn't like your kid, would you dump them in a dumpster? The police had been notified. They are looking for suspects who did the dump. The two dogs were malnourished and suffered from several diseases. These two adorable guys were named Crockett and Bowie. The vets tested them for various conditions, and unfortunately, they were positive with ringworm and many parasites. Bowie appeared to be the big brother that cared and protected Crockett. He would cover Crockett with his body to keep him warm and would share everything with him. Here's what Brasher said about them. When Crockett wouldn't eat, Bowie was taking pieces of his kibble and laying them by his face. I've never seen a puppy do that, said Brasher, who has a very long experience with dogs. The two puppies had a strong bond, but also needed help from humans. The Facebook page for the San Antonio Pets Alive had very sad news about Crockett. Unfortunately, Crockett tested positive for parvovirus. The disease is highly contagious and it's sometimes deadly. The staff had to separate the brothers and treat Crockett. That was when the organization had to appeal to the public. Crockett and Bowie need you to be healthy puppies. They need a lot of medical care now. The treatment for parvovirus is very expensive and long, but the caretakers didn't want to give up on Crockett, so they asked for people's help. These puppies will need a lot of medical treatment, including parvovirus treatment, which costs $500 a puppy. Medicines, IVs, and special food, wrote the organization on Facebook, and just a few days ago, they wrote this amazing update at number 2. The two pups became famous on TV and on the internet after the local news covered their story. Thankfully, this also raised awareness about their condition, and people donated to help the organization cover the treatment cost. Meanwhile, the brothers' personalities would soon come through. Brasher explained that the pups have been taken care of immediately after they arrived at the clinic. Crockett and Bowie were clean, parasite-free, and on medications for their health issues. With their full bellies, the pups became extremely affectionate. We are very hopeful for full recoveries. Crockett was alone, trying to pull through the parvo treatment. Crockett cannot wait to meet his brother. After a few days of IVs and treatment, Crockett started to feel more adventurous now and is climbing the baby gate in his kennel to get to staff for attention. This guy would be spoiled rotten. Meanwhile, Bowie is also getting all the cuddles from the staff at the clinic. Here's what he loves to get. Believe it or not, Bowie loves to be held like a baby and have his belly rubbed, said Basher, adding that he's quite the kisser. He also gives very polite little nose kisses. As soon as both brothers are healthy and neutered, the organization will start looking for a forever family. One thing is true, they must stick together. Seeing that the two pups love to cuddle with the staff at the clinic and would follow them everywhere, we know there is a family out there that would love to have these brothers home. Crockett and Bowie are grateful little pups, and they know how to show it. As for the man that dumped them, according to the organization director's statement, the staff members have reported the incident to the police, and authorities are looking for footage from cameras around the property where the pups were found. They will make sure that the person who dumped them will face charges. People can also help the police if they saw the man dumping those pups in the trash, added Brasher. These pups didn't have a voice to say who dumped them, so maybe someone saw the one who dumped them and be their voice. Brasher was very disappointed by the man's decision, adding that their clinic was not meant to take strays from people showing up in the clinic. Here's what he said. Those puppies' lives were in danger, and as happy as we are to help them, they've taken a kennel from a dog that's on the euthanasia list at the city shelter, Brasher said in an interview with a television station. Moreover, the staff has been treating many animals with parvo when the pups were brought because the recent rain has spread the virus. But there was one good news. The treatment for Crockett was successful and the pup is now healthy, wrote a Facebook post on the organization's page. 2 days ago, the pup tested negative for parvovirus, so the staff lifted his quarantine status and allowed him to stay with his brother once again. The two happy pups are ready to start anew. They don't have parasites anymore. Crockett's fur is growing again and he's healthy. Despite their rough start to life, these boys are the sweetest and so hopeful, concluded the post on the San Antonio Pets Alive social media page. All these two pups need now is one loving family that would take them both to their new home.